Bring up Richard Kaplan, and about a week and a half ago, it was the front page of Newsday, where this is really fascinating. LaGuardia Airport is going to go from the worst airport in the world to maybe the best, because they're having a $2 billion renovation plan. And the man that's going to fill us in, who's an expert on aviation, about the remaking of LaGuardia, is Richard Kaplan.
Thank you, Howie. It's great to be back. Always a pleasure. First of all, LaGuardia, as we all know, has been referred to by many people as a third world country. It is one of the worst airports in the United States. Thanks to Governor Cuomo, it is about to become as state-of-the-art as something from the movie Star Wars. They're investing $4 billion, with a B, billion dollars in a massive revitalization plan that will see LaGuardia go from worst to possibly first and even beyond. Those who fly frequently know that Terminal 4 at JFK is a showpiece of epic proportions. If you've ever been there, it's an architectural landmark. It was designed by a Dutch firm. I believe the same firm has been tasked with building not one, not two, but 4 terminals that will be linked together with AirTrain running right through the middle, just like at JFK. AirTrain will be a monorail similar to what we see at Kennedy that'll link Long Island Railroad passengers from the Jamaica hub directly to LaGuardia Airport. In addition, I've been informed that they are also finally going to revitalize the runways. The whole purpose of this revitalization is the fact that LaGuardia's structures date back to the golden age of aviation, when Pan Am was flying seaplanes right out of Astoria Bay. Those buildings are still standing and are being used by Delta Airlines for shuttle flights direct to Washington, D.C. The Port Authority's main focus is going to be on terminal revitalization, mainly of the older terminals such as Concourse B, C, and D, which will get a complete and total restructuring. I was there yesterday and had the opportunity to speak with several construction workers who have already begun work on new sewers as well as water mains to give passengers pure water. Now, in addition to this, I also very quickly want to touch base on another major story affecting aviation, one that I am personally connected with, and that is the disappearance of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. It is with extreme pride that I can inform everyone listening we found it. It washed up on the shores of Reunion Island, which is off of Madagascar. Now, those who have been following this story may or may not be aware that the area where the plane disappeared is notorious for bad weather. I've had the opportunity as a former investigator to work very closely with individuals involved in this and touch base and provide my feedback both as a student of aviation but also an expert. It is my belief that what may have happened is that there was a catastrophic mechanical failure that caused the pilot to ditch the aircraft in the Indian Ocean. The reason the transponder never went off is because in these situations you're relying entirely on instinct, very similar to what Chelsea Sullenberger did in The Miracle on the Hudson. In this case, we are talking about an aircraft twice the size of that A320 that crashed in the Hudson. The reason there is so little to go on is that the plane hit the water with a velocity far greater than that of a person jumping from an airplane. Terminal velocity is at 135 miles an hour. The physics state that this jet was probably hitting close to supersonic when it impacted with the water, if there was a catastrophic failure. Now, it is my belief that the discovery of the flaperon, which is the leading edge flap on the front of the wing of the aircraft, the fact that this was extended is a leading indication that this pilot was attempting some type of a ditch. He was trying to land the aircraft, trying to gain control, trying to regain some stability to bring it down in the water. Given the size and the situation, it is my belief that he had absolutely no opportunity of gaining any sort of control. And because of that, this is why the plane crashed and everyone unfortunately did not survive. It was not a survivable scenario. With that being said, I have really nothing else to say on the matter, but I do hope to brief you as more information becomes available. I have been discussing this with several people that I went to school with, one of whom is an NTSB investigator. I hope to have more in the coming weeks to go on. As for LaGuardia, I will keep you posted as always, and stay tuned to Long Island's oldest and most beloved radio station, 1240 WGBB, for more of Howie.
All right, Richard, great job as usual. And that was covering two important stories. Now we want to bring up